Good morning and welcome to Cape Cod, Massachusetts, home of the Pilgrims, where I'm broadcasting the Short Ball Show live on today, July 21st, 2021, my 50th birthday of all things. I don't feel a day older than 49 and 11 months, so that's a good thing. All right, so I wanted to go quickly over the last day or two where we had, or actually sessions, I should say, because I want to discuss Friday coming into Monday because we had a real nice, I would say, fairly typical vol spike where we saw the VIX explode to the upside and then come right back down, and was a great trading opportunity to get short. I kind of hinted to it in the last video if you made it that far through. These videos have been a bit long lately. I'm going to make this one shorter, but it was a great opportunity. The VIX got all the way up to 24, I think. Let's take a look at the charts to confirm that. So we'll look at the charts here and we'll pull up the VIX. I'm using, of course, Thinkorswim as a charting tool here. And you can see the action from, so this is Monday actually. You see Friday where the VIX is starting to pop, and then we get this big move just above 25, right? And I broadcast, I guess it was Monday morning when VIX around 22 and change, saying that, you know, this could be a good spot. Now, what typically happens is what happened this time, that, you know, you come in, you see like the world's ending. The Dow was down almost 1,000 points on Monday, right? And now 1,000 points isn't what it used to be, right? With the Dow up around 35,000 right now. 1,000 points isn't what it was when the Dow was only, you know, 2,000 points or 5,000 points, but still noticeable big sell-off and some fear in the air, right? Some of this seemingly due to COVID, the Olympics kind of getting not canceled, but, you know, not many people going to go, and Olympic athletes coming down sick with COVID. But it turned out to be a great time to short volatility. If we pull up a UVXY chart, we can see UVXY got all the way up to 38 and change. And, you know, I had outlined some possible trades. The one I actually put on, let me just say that I kind of messed this whole thing up, but this is good to look at because it's going to show you what happens in the real world. You know, it can be scary to think about leaning into a vol spike like this because you don't know. We've had times when this was just the start of something one day and it turned into, you know, weeks of moving higher. But in this case, it was a fairly normal one where it was over within a day pretty much, right? So with UVXY getting up here around 37, 38, I already had the position on in GameStop, and so I ended up just selling one call at $3. Now I'm going to pull up my trades just to because I want to be legit here. I know a lot of people like to do a lot of talking, but and some of them say, you know, according to them, they make money every day. That's not the way real traders, things happen in the real world. But anyway, so we can see here just to show you, that's weird courtesy adjustment, just to show you my actual trades here. We can see on let's flip this over so we have the most recent first. So we can see here the most recent trades, and I want to go to 2 days ago. So let's see if we can fix this here. A little more space. All right, so here's the most recent trades. Let me get out of the way real quick. And we can see UVXY here. So you can see me on the 19th here. I sold one of the 39 calls at $3, right? 39, right? All the way up around 39 was at the money. I sold one of these calls for $3 at $3. But I was pretty skittish on the close. I didn't really want to go out short a naked call in UVXY because it's a scary thing, right? So I figured, well, I'm going to have to do something to cover this before the close. And I did indeed ended up. Now these trades here, this shows all trades. It's not just fills. Let's see if we can go to the fills section here instead. All right, so you can see here, if we go back to the 19th, I sold one call here at $3, right? But I got skittish on the close, and I bought the next lowest strike, paid $3.35 to end up with a long call spread. Now you can see from the numbers here, you know, my risk in the end is 35 cents overall. So, so I basically put some risk on and took it off before the close because I got skittish. I didn't want to be short naked calls coming into the close. A better trade would have been to buy put spreads or something else, but that's what I did. I know some other people were much more successful with this trade. And then just to show you another bad trade that I did over the last day or two, it was in GameStop. And of course, I have been short this for a while, but I did add to my short, and it did not work out well at all. If you look at here's the last couple days in GameStop, and right around here, yesterday, right around here, I put on a short spread. I bought the 80-70 put spread, paid $5 and change. And you can see me doing that right here. Okay, so not right there. Let's see. Oh, sorry. You can see me doing that right here, paying $5.90 for this put spread, right? And then you see me at the end of the day selling it back out at $4.35. So that was a painful, painful loss, and really not typical of me. But I lost some money, and I didn't want to give away any more money. I'm like, I've had it. So I just took a day trade and lost a bunch of money on the day trade, right? And then right on the close, I initiated another short, an extra month out. So, you know, I rode this thing all the way up. I bailed out on the entire position, but then I put about sort of half the position back on right before the close. And we'll see what happens from there. Currently, we're down like a point from the close. But you can see that $5.90 to $4.35, right? So that's not good. So 55 cents, 155 times 11, right? So that's not good. That's a lot of money. So 155 times 11. So that's $1,700 loser on one trade here, right? So that was a bad move. And the reason I show you this is that this is just the reality of what happened and what I did, and it was not a good trade. Giving back some of the profitability of the last month real quick. However, I did restart the trade here, and if we roll back down to where we were, then the money will flow back in. So we'll see what happens. But here is the chart of GameStop in the last couple sessions. There's 10 days. And you could go back down. Who knows? But I have about half the position on now. Now, at the time that I had that spread on, it was showing my delta of short 79. Now it's showing a delta of 23. The reason it's way less than half is that I rolled the position out a month, so the deltas aren't so extreme here. But there you have it. Not a great day getting my, getting it handed to me. But I do want to show you guys when I lose so that, when I actually do make money, it's all that more glorious. And I know there's a certain amount of you who see me make a losing trade and will unsubscribe, turn the channel off because they want to go to, a lot of people want to go to somebody who, makes money every day. And there are people out there who will convince you that they make money every day, but I'm not one of them because I want to be authentic. If that holds me back on number of subscribers or whatever, then so be it. But I need to be true to myself. All right. So the VIX, look, has come all the way back almost, right? Here's the chart. You can see we were around 16 and change, and now we're back to 18 and change. Pretty close actually pretty close to 19 right now, but we got all the way up to 25, and it's come back a lot. So really just, and of course, the VIX very closely related to the futures, and you can see the sell-off in the future, the sell-off in the S&P, and then the rally back coinciding with the spike, and then the down move in the VIX. You know, these are obviously inversely related. So that's kind of where we are right now. This is my birthday day, and I am actually working another job later today, but I did want to come on and say hi to everybody and let you know what happened. Hopefully you fared better in this excellent VIX spike opportunity. Hopefully it didn't pass you by, because we don't get spikes like that with opportunities like that very often. Once again, UVXY got all the way up to 38, now back down to 30, and there were a number of ways to play this. I think one of the best ways would have been to like maybe buy the 34 put spread. Now, it's once again, it's very hard, because when you are in the moment and you see this thing gunning up to 38 and change, right, it looks like the end of the world, and it looks like it's never coming back, or this is just the start of a huge sell-off. But that one moment where everybody is looking to buy the VIX and everybody is looking like this is the end of the world, that always is the moment to put a position on. Now, you don't have to go all in here, but start to put a position on, and look, it worked out great. Big move back down in UVXY. So the lesson here is, next time this situation happens, you might want to participate. Now, we have had times, of course, where this first spike was just the start of something much bigger, but you don't get 30. This is over a 30% move in the VIX, and you don't get those very often, right? So there you have it. And the keys to success here are A, not being fully invested in something else, so that you do have dry powder, you do have money to put into something when this happens, right? If we've been short the VIX the whole time and this pop happens, you've got no bullets to average your price higher from where you're shorting it, or to participate in the trade. So the keys here are to have an account set up with money in it, A, and B, be willing to jump in there and make a move when everybody else is buying, you stamping in and saying, I think I'll sell a little here. So those are the skills required, and the setup you kind of need to think about. Okay, so we've seen GameStop and AMC really have this big rally, and of course, of all the jokers are in there in the forum saying, oh, next stop 5,000. Oh, these guys are really going to be hurting when this goes to 500, et cetera, et cetera. And it's always amusing, of course, to check out in StockTwits or on Reddit all the people cheering on GameStop on these up move days. And it's always fascinating to me how people get very emotional about these things. They pretend they're not emotional, but in the moment when these are rallying, people are so happy, right? Because if you've been long GameStop or AMC for a while and you've managed to hang on, it hasn't been a good few weeks, right? And so now all of a sudden it seems like, oh, they've turned around, and I mean, GameStop was up like almost $20 yesterday, right? So it seems like the good old days are back again, and certainly looked very strong. It's interesting to me how people all call this a squeeze. Somebody online was saying how GME has 14% short interest. Now, when you only have 14% short interest, then if it goes up, it's not a squeeze. A squeeze is when there's tons and tons of people and they get caught short and they're forced to cover. We don't have the conditions for these to be squeezes at the moment, because there's not all that much short interest. So, in this new age of post-GME, post-meme stocks, everybody thinks that every stock going up is a squeeze, but that's not the case, right? These aren't squeeze situations here, because there's not enough short interest for it to be a squeeze. Certainly, if somebody's short and you get this big move up, it can spook them into reaching to cover their position, which is kind of squeeze-like, but the overall nature of the marketplace is not a squeeze when you only have 15% open interest. So get your terms right. Anyway, really bad day for me yesterday, but if I don't share the difficult times here, then I can't share the good ones, A, and B, just to show you that it's not just you who loses money. It's not just you that has a bad day. It happens to everyone. So there's not like a certain sort of echelon of traders out there who never lose money, right? There just isn't. And so you should know that, because you're gonna sound pretty silly if you're talking to a trader and you're like, and you're talking to another trader and you're like, oh, I never lose money, because they're gonna be like, yeah, right, dude. Anyway, thanks for all the my 50th birthday greetings and whatnot. It's amazing how Facebook, alerts everybody. Obviously, it's very easy to send someone a happy birthday message when you're alerted on Facebook, and you turn on your phone and it's right in front of you. Oh, it's Dave's birthday, and you can put the things. But it's very everybody's favorite topic is themselves, and all the birthday wishes I've gotten from everybody are much appreciated. Thank you very much, folks. I appreciate all of your comments at the end of videos. Keep those comments coming. I like them. I almost like them more even when it's somebody who completely disagrees with me, or who, has something negative to say, because those are the opportunities for me to learn, and maybe for, an interesting debate. So keep those comments coming. Appreciate Patreon supporters and other supporters. Thank you all, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully better day trading today for the old account, which got kind of a little bit battered yesterday. All right, we've got 7 minutes till the trading day starts. Best of luck to you today, and I'll talk to you in the next one. You're watching Famous.